Hi,
Hi,
Denise.
how are you, my friend? Great to see you.
Great to see you too.
I know you're doing a lot of interviews today, so I really appreciate your time.
Well, thank you. I was hoping that we were still on because I would have two different schedules and one had you and one didn't. So I'm hoping I'm okay.
Oh, no, you're perfect.
Okay, good.
You're perfect. I had an emergency this morning. I was like, oh my God, my dog was chewing on something. And I'm like, I didn't give her a biscuit. What is she chewing on? And she found like a little mouse bait.
Oh,
Mouse. Oh my God. I rushed her to the vet, my daughter and I, and they had to pump her stomach. And oh, thank God she's okay.
She's okay. Oh, have you heard about the new COVID for dogs? Have you seen that on the news? My
No.
daughter called me last night. She says, Mom, how is Coco? And I'm like, she's fine. What's wrong? And she said, they're making people that don't have extreme problems with their animals stay away from the clinics because they're having a COVID breakout amongst dogs. And
oh, yeah. I heard about a respiratory thing that they're coughing.
Yeah. So I hope they're all okay. It makes my sad. Okay, so yeah, Scott Sexton just said she's on now.
Okay.
Okay,
that's great. Okay, I know I have you for a short time, so I just want to talk about I Think It's Jesus, which I love. Your duet with Olivia and your Christmas song with T.G. Shepherd.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do a quick intro. Hi, welcome to Remember This. I'm your host, Denise Boland, and I'm so pleased to have on with me again my good friend, country music singer and songwriter, Kelly Lang. Kelly, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm so glad to see you again.
Oh, gosh, me too. And a lot has been going on since we last spoke. You have a new single?
I have a new single with my husband called Christmas Without You, and it just dropped. And we actually just dropped the video last night too. So I'm anxious for people to start seeing that today. And let's see, you were talking about wanting to talk about my song, I Think It's Jesus.
Yes.
And I put a whole new album called Dragonfly out, and I've been putting several videos out for that album. And I've been a very busy girl.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. And please tell those that have not seen our interviews before, you are an 18-year cancer survivor.
Yes, I'm an 18-year, almost 19-year breast cancer survivor. I just had my latest mammogram, and they were like, we'll see you in a year. So
awesome.
Whew.
God had a lot of work for you to do. You weren't going anywhere.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, okay. The song is amazing. I think it's Jesus, and the video, and it's got such a powerful message, and it's something that we could all relate to. It's a common thing when you're listening to a song, or sometimes you can smell something like a certain food, and it'll bring that memory back, and you wonder, is somebody sending me a message? And I believe that.
We're all so united, and the way the world is right now, you wouldn't think that, and my whole purpose for this song was not necessarily to beat somebody over the head with a Bible verse or something like that. It was just to help us pause and go, that we have everything in common, like chills on your arms or a lump in your throat when you hear a song, or perhaps if your loved one has passed, you might see a red bird and think, that's weird, coincidence. And I think we all have these common things, but we just don't talk about them. So I had the I guess courage, somebody mentioned the other day, to just say it out loud. I think it's a connection with Jesus. And if nothing else, it makes us think about him one more time than we might not have before.
You ever notice that lump in your throat when you hear certain words in the song someone wrote, or the chills on your arms when you're not even cold? Yeah, something is stirring inside you, way down in your soul. Do you see the same numbers again and again? Find a random white feather where no dove has been. It could be your angels directing you in. When you need answers or guidance in life, it's how they get your attention to know wrong from right. It may be coincidence, might be an accident. You say you don't believe in spiritual things, but I do. It's universal, friends. I've seen it time and time again. It's the way that he sends signs to us. Yeah, I think it's Jesus. When you see that coin in a strange place, set a penny from heaven right in front of your face, I believe he talks to us in all sorts of ways. Yeah, some may think it's mysterious, but I think it's Jesus. It may be coincidence, might be an accident. You say you don't believe in spiritual things, but I do. It's universal, friends. I've seen it time and time again. It's the way that he sends signs to us. Yeah, I think it's Jesus. Have you ever lost someone that you love so dear? Just thinking of them brings you to tears, and out of the blue a red bird appears. Yeah, it might be them, hey, I don't really know, but it brings me great comfort down here below. It may be coincidence, might be an accident. You say you don't believe in spiritual things, but I do. It's universal, friends. I've seen it time and time again. It's the way that he sends signs to us. Some don't take this serious. I'm no longer curious, 'cause I know it's Jesus. Yeah, I know it's Jesus. Hey, I know it's Jesus.
You know, back in the day when we get the chills, we'd call them Holy Spirit chills.
You know, I still believe that that is what it is. I think it's our protection and guidance too. You know, I know as a woman, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but if I'm getting ready to get into an elevator and I feel uneasy, I don't. Used to when I was younger, I would just go and think. I follow my gut instinct way more because I do believe that's from the Holy Spirit. I think it's a prompting that we, as women in particular, have to protect us. So it's important to listen to these signs around us.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. And I'll be like, yep, I hear you, Jesus. I know what you're trying to tell
I
me.
see you.
Yes, I'm listening. Sometimes I don't listen, but
Well, I'm guilty of
trying
that
to
as
listen
well.
more.
But at the same time, you know, it's always lessons to learn, and perhaps somebody watching us today will go, "Huh, I didn't think about that." You know, so it's always
Right.
good to talk out loud about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the last time we spoke, before her passing, you did a duet with your dear friend Olivia Newton-John. And thank you for sharing. You know, you gave us a little insight into your relationship with her the last time. Thank you for that. You know, if you can talk about that, and you sang "How Can You Mend a Broken Heart," which was written by another dear friend of yours, Barry Gibb, and his brother Robin. So yeah, you can talk a little bit about that and what it means to you now.
You know, just to be connected to them at all is it's really foreign for me to even conceive that they're friends of mine. You know, I've known Barry for 17, 18 years now, and I met Olivia. Although I met her when I was a child, I met her again through him as an adult.
And how did you meet her as a child? I did see that picture in the video.
My dad was Conway Twitty's road manager, and Conway was always having connections with people that were coming through Oklahoma that were performing. If any of us wanted to go see a concert, Conway always, you know, made it available for us to do that. And his son also wanted to go to the Olivia Newton-John concert that night. So my dad took us, and we were fortunate enough to go backstage and meet her. And of course, I remember that, you know, I remember her, but she was a huge star at the time. And she was cordial and nice to me and sweet enough to take pictures, but I cherished that picture, never knowing I would ever get to know her again as an adult. But the bond that we had was not only music. Of course, we have a lot of that in common, but we were both mothers. We were both writers. We were both spiritual minded people. We were both breast cancer survivors. She liked to call them thrivers. So we had a lot of friends in common. The older I became, obviously, the more connected we became because we had so many more things that we talked about. I loved her common sense. She's very mothering. She would call me, "How are we feeling?" If I was not on, let's say, Instagram for a period of time, she would be on me. Like, "Why aren't you on Instagram this week? I'm worried about you," you know, and I'd be like, wow, I just took a moment, you know. She was very mothering, very, very mindful of everybody around her and how they were doing. And she never wanted to talk about herself. It was the most loving person I've ever known. And, you know, I haven't really talked about this before, but the day she passed, I have a light over my makeup mirror. You have to touch it for it to come on. It has 3 different levels. You have to go under there and touch it. I didn't touch it. It just came on.
Oh, wow.
And it's been on since she passed. I will not turn it off. Wow. And, you know, the time that our electricity went out and all the lights went out, it came back on without me touching it. So we just say, "Good night, Olivia." You know, I just leave it there. I just leave it there. And I think of her every night, every day.
Yeah. So special.
Yeah.
You know, I had a word spoken over me at a prayer meeting, and they prophesied over me. You know, I'm a widow, and they said, "Your husband is looking down on you right now from the cloud of witnesses." I started crying, and oh my gosh, yeah. Maybe you can write a song about the cloud of witnesses.
But I hope you feel him. I believe they're, you know, I think
it's so true that they are looking down on us at times.
Yeah, it's just like when we go to sleep at night, it's a different realm. That's the realm. You know, it's just right here. He's right here. Different. It doesn't feel as comforting, obviously, on this side. But when we get there, it's going to be incredible, incredible. And he's right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know if you saw the movie After Death. It just came out recently. No. Oh my gosh. Oh, I encourage you to see it. Okay. It's more of like a documentary, but it's by Angel Studios. And it's testimonies of people that have died and came back.
I love things like that.
Oh my gosh.
Angel Studios, is that the same studios that did the
Sound of Freedom?
Yes. Yeah, I was fortunate enough to go to the premiere of that and got to meet the actor and the producers of that. What a movie. And how incredible in this time and day that they have the courage to be able to stand up for such incredible subject matters.
Oh, yes. And it's so needed.
Yeah.
And one thing that a lot of people didn't realize, and I'm so glad they showed it in the movie, was when they showed the containers. Because when they traffic the children, they do it with those containers because you can't see inside. You don't know what's in there. And I'm so glad they exposed that.
I had no idea. I was reluctant to go. I didn't know what I was going to think about it because I was like, oh, that's depressing, you know. Yeah. But we need to see that. Those are hard things to see and talk about. And I was naive and completely, yeah, I didn't want to see it. I didn't think it was really, really happening. And it just I couldn't imagine. But wow, what a great movie. They did a great job in doing it tastefully.
They did it tastefully. Absolutely. Yeah. And the children need us, you know, so we need to be aware.
Yeah.
I think we're in a time of exposure now. I think God is just exposing a lot of evil, you know, things that we didn't even realize was going on.
Cleaning out the swamp.
Definitely cleaning out the swamp. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so the video shows a lot of pictures of you and Olivia together. And when you watch it, when you see yourself, you know, you see the duet with her and it brings back memories to the day you're in the studio with her. But, you know, how do you feel today watching the video?
It's still hard. I mean, it's almost like it didn't happen. Like it was somebody else, a third person going through that. I remember each and every moment that we've had together. I mean, she was sitting here at this kitchen table and I can see her here, you know, she wanted chocolate chip cookies and milk, you know. I hear her voice in my head all the time. So that video is just, it's almost like, if you were to die and you saw your whole life in front of you, it's like our whole relationship in front of me. It's very painful, but bittersweet. You know, I'm so grateful I had all those memories, but I have a hard time looking at it.
Yeah. And I would think especially around the holidays too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, what is the inspiration behind the song Christmas Without You? It's a beautiful song.
Oh, I just love it. I loved when Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton had that album out many years ago. I think it was '84. She had Hard Candy Christmas and I'll Be Home for Christmas. I mean, just a bunch of classic songs and some new things that she had written. I just always loved it. And I thought if I ever record a Christmas album, I would include a few of those songs. And TG and I recorded a song we wrote a few years ago called Christmas in Mexico. Then last year we recorded White Christmas and had the Oak Ridge Boys join us. So it just it's just becoming a hobby of us just to do a song a year. And this was one we chose. And, you know, eventually we'll get to doing a full Christmas album and hopefully a Christmas tour next year.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Christmas without you, White Christmas and I'm blue, like fireworks with no fuse, Christmas without you.
The fireplace keeps burning, and my thoughts keep turning, the pages of memory of time spent with you.
Oh, Christmas songs we knew.
Old songs.
And used to make love to.
Used to make love to.
Make it hard to get used to. Christmas without you. Christmas without you. White Christmas and I'm blue.
I love you.
I miss you. So sad but so true. Christmas without you, like a mystery with no clue, like fireworks with no fuse. Christmas without you.
The sweetest gift I know,
The sweetest gift
would be if the new snow would fall on your footsteps on this Christmas Eve.
The most joyous Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
If luck could be with us, would be Saint Nicholas brought you home to me. Christmas without you, White Christmas and I'm blue. I love you, I miss you, I need you. So sad but so true. Christmas without you, like a mystery with no clue,
Christmas without you. White Christmas and I'm blue. I love you, I miss you.
So sad but so true.
Christmas without you.
I just can't get used to.
I can't get used to.
I just have no
I have no you
for Christmas
without you. You know that I want you.
You know that I need you.
You know that I need you.
You know that I want you.
You know that I love you. I need you. I want you. I do. You know that I want you.
You know that I need you.
You know that I need you.
You know that I want you.
You know that I love you. I need you. I want you. I do.
It snuck up on us this year. I've been very, very, very busy doing an album called Dragonfly and doing a lot of videos on that album. So it just snuck up on me. I would have had time to do this, but I wish I could clone myself. That would be cool.
I'll tell you,
I want that.
it's so true. I think we all feel like that. It's one time or another, but it's so true. But I look at your musical career and I look at it more as a ministry because it just blesses so many people.
Well, thank you for saying that. A lot of times, you go into a career like this. It's obviously a public-minded career. You're putting yourself out there, putting your face out there, and my initial, when I was a kid, maybe starting out, was different than it is now. I used to look at people like Barbara Mandrell or Dolly and go, oh, I want to be like them. I want their career. I want to be entertainer of the year or whatever. It takes a lot to be them. And the older I have gotten, the more I realize that's really a very lofty goal. Good for them. Mm-hmm. I'm so grateful that they have, broken so many glass ceilings for women like myself. But the older I've gotten, the more I'm more into touching the heart. I want to write songs that really can help people and ease their pain. And what holds me at night is really not what you would think fame would. It would be when I get lovely letters from people that say, oh, you helped me through a terrible transition with my parent passing, or what a comfort your song was. That's my payment. It is a ministry to me. It's not necessarily for ego rights in that. That's a nice payoff as well, but that's not my motivation anymore.
Yeah. Somebody wrote a song. I'm not sure who it is, but it's I'd rather be a star on God's stage.
Yeah, I like that.
World stage, and it's so true. It's so true. You had a solo performance at the Grand Ole Opry.
Can you believe that?
I love it. Congratulations.
Well, I've been on that. Thank you. I've been on that stage before, singing with Barry Gibb. As a matter of fact, I sang Islands in the Stream with him. I sang a couple of times with TG. We did some duets on there, but it's really different doing it yourself when you walk out there by yourself. And that's the night that the Opry celebrated and raised money and awareness for breast cancer. So it was really extra special for me. And they wanted me to go out and talk about my experience with breast cancer. They wanted me to sing 2 of my songs that I've written. So that's really rare that they allow that much time. So it was kind of the perfect storm where I had people that were a captive audience that wanted to hear my story. And I was really moved and humbled. I got a standing ovation after my performance, and I thought everybody did. I really did. I thought they were just being polite. Yeah. And I found out that's not true. So, like I said, it's a perfect storm. If it wasn't the breast cancer thing, and it wasn't me wearing shiny pink on a hot pink night, I don't know if all that would have happened, but it was fun, and I will forever cherish it.
Yeah. You looked amazing. Your songs are just so. I'm so happy for you. And I do want to bring you and T.G. Shepherd on sometime, maybe after the holidays, because I know he has a lot of great stories. But I wanted to ask you, speaking of the holidays, what is it like in your home during the holidays?
Cluttered. I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, I've got probably, what's today? Tuesday. I've got probably 30 of my family members and friends, lots of friends and spares and things that could just pop in, coming over. And I've got, there's TG walking through the house now. I've got several casseroles that I'll make, and I'll pick up some turkey and all that kind of thing. But my family, thank goodness, brings food too. So I'm not completely responsible for it, but it overwhelms me because there's so many, and I'm not used to having that many people here. And I've been so busy. I hadn't had time to really get the house in order. So I think I've got 6 interviews today, and I think I've got 7 tomorrow.
Wow.
And then happy Thanksgiving.
And then happy Thanksgiving.
So Thanksgiving Day is kind of a quiet day for T and I. We'll sleep in, and we'll probably go to the movies. We tend to go to movies after everybody leaves, and we're good to go in the afternoon. That's our tradition.
That's great. And Christmas, do you have a lot of people over for Christmas as well?
Not necessarily. We end up going to my brother's house for Christmas on a different night, not necessarily Christmas, but my kids always come home, and my little one always wants, even though she's married, she's very traditional. She wants to stay at her mama's house so she can have her Santa Claus deliver her stocking on Christmas morning. We always open a gift on Christmas Eve night. And so she's already picking out what that gift is that she wants to open. She's kind of manipulative in that way, right? So, but it's fun. I'm glad that the traditions that I began for them, that they still find valuable. And I love that they want to continue those for their own family. So it's really cute.
Yes. And that's what I would hope for too, that my daughters would carry on the tradition.
Yeah.
Because I think it's so important.
It is. It really is. But we've been traveling so much that I told TG, I said, I love to travel. I love to go. And we were hoping to go just like on a romantic honeymoon kind of vacation in between Christmas and New Year. But I think our gift is not to go anywhere. Traveling is such a nightmare anymore. And so I think we're true. Vacation and just kind of hang around the house, because we've been going and going and going. It's time to pump the brakes for a sec.
Yeah. And I think, I was talking to a friend of mine, it was his birthday, and I said, so what did you guys do? It was yesterday. We stayed home. We ordered in, we watched a movie. I was like, you know what? I think that's the best.
Sometimes nothing is everything,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Kelly, for taking the time. I just want you to know that you're such a blessing. I really appreciate your music. And I appreciate you. I really do.
Well, I appreciate you and the time that you've given me today. And happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, all of the good feels. And I just hope that you have a blessed week. And I hope your little dog feels better.
Oh, thank you. She's feeling better. She's running around, so I know she's better.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks again. Have a good one.
God bless you and your family. You too.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, thank you for watching. Please like and share the video. Kelly Lang is such an inspiration to me and so many, and especially around the holiday season. If you know someone that's feeling down, or if you're feeling a little down, maybe, a loved one is not with us this holiday season. Listen to her music. It is very, very uplifting, and I know it will bless you. Go to kellylang.net and you can follow her. And she's also on YouTube. Give her a listen. You'll definitely enjoy her music, and it'll definitely touch your heart. Please subscribe to me on YouTube and Rumble. And for all your pets' health needs and your health needs, go to rememberhealth247.com. And that's it. Happy holidays, and God bless you. Bye.
Chorus. Well, we can, but what's easier for you? Punch in or do them again and just cross them over? I think it might be easier for me to sing it. Don't you reckon? Yeah, I'll just sing it. I'll sing it a few times. I'm going to get the phrasing.
can think of younger days when living for my life was everything a girl could want to do. I can never see tomorrow. I was never told about the sorrow. And how can you mend a broken heart? How can you stop the rain from falling down? How can you stop the sun from shining? What makes the world go round? And how can you mend this broken man? How can a loser ever win? Please help me mend my broken heart and let me live again. La da 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 da. I can still feel the breeze that rustles through the trees, and misty memories of days gone by. We can never see tomorrow, and no one said a word about the sorrow. And how can you mend a broken heart? How can you stop the rain from falling down? How can you stop the sun from shining? What makes the world go round? And how can you mend this broken man? How can a loser ever win? Please help me mend this broken heart and let me live again. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la. Please help me mend my broken heart and let me live again. La 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 la, la 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 la, la la la.